Hi, I'm Wendy, and I thought I'd take a little bit of time to introduce myself. I have been doing some type of handwork since I was little. I mean, really pretty young, probably since kindergarten. My grandmother and my mother were both seamstresses. My mom was an amazing sewer. My grandmother always was doing some type of craft or handwork, whether it was her crocheting, embroidery, whatever. And I inherited that gene, and I totally love that. And so when I was younger, I was doing hand embroidery work on dish towels and pillowcases. Was doing that for quite a long time, and then I graduated to crewel work. I was always looking for extra money to spend on crewel kits. So that was my passion then in high school, and well, actually probably in grade school too. Then, when I went off to college, I discovered a store in Fargo, North Dakota that had cross stitch, something I'd never been introduced to before. So, I got addicted to cross stitch. Loved cross stitch. Did that for years and years. In fact, my husband and I actually started an online needlework store called Northern Needle in the mid-90s. And that kept us busy for a while. But that's no longer. Now, 28 count linen, eyes just don't work on that very well. So now my handwork of choice is what I call counted canvas. And as you can see here, I have a little bit of a theme that I love, and that is quilts. Yep, I'm also addicted to quilting. I didn't get introduced really to quilting and do my first quilt until I was in junior high. Here's my first quilt. Not quite the same fabrics we have today, but I was in love with yellow, and my grandmother helped me with the butterflies, and then we did flannel on the back, and we just tied it. So that was my first quilt in junior high. Skip forward to after college, because I love fabric, I love the colors, and that's why I think I love the handwork and the threads also. It's the colors and the creations of things. I actually went to college and got a degree in computer science, because guess what? Coding, it's creation, it's building something, so it's just kind of like my handwork. I just do it on a computer. After college, I actually went to my first quilting class and really learned how to quilt with the log cabin quilt. This was my very first quilt after college, and I actually hand quilted it. I'm pretty good at it, if I do say so myself, but hand quilting is not my cup of tea. I'd rather do the sewing machine work, the fabric work, and all of that. Since then, I've advanced a long way. I married my husband, and it's just my husband and I. We weren't blessed to have kids, so we've always had lots of fur babies in the house at some point in time over our lifetime. And with quilting, well, guess what? My siblings always were having kids, so plenty of babies to give gifts to, and high school graduations and everything else. And quilting became a huge part of my life. What I discovered after we've moved around, and after I moved back here to Lake Chetek, south of Tracy, Minnesota, I really got involved with a community of women who were quilting. And I discovered that, wow, what a gap I had in my life. I was in a male-dominated area of business in computers, and I never really had those close female friends. Getting involved with quilting and find that community of women, wow, I had no idea. And so here I am. I'm loving quilting. My handwork is no longer, I love my counted canvas work. I do that while I'm sitting by the TV, but I've also discovered machine embroidery work. So my dish towels are no longer hand stitched, they're stitched with the embroidery machine, and I love doing them. My quilting has advanced a little as well. This is a quilt that I've recently finished that will be for sale on my website, and I love making quilts for people, and I want to be able to share that love with others by teaching them to discover the joy of quilting, that it's not as complicated as people think it is, and you can do it and have that community of people with you. And the joy of giving a homemade item to somebody, whether it's a quilt or just a dish towel to that favorite wine lover that you have. Giving a gift that is homemade, even if it's not homemade by you, it's saying, I really care about you. I'm thinking about you. I know what you like. And seeing their eyes light up, I love making them, but I love the anticipation of waiting for them to open that gift and get that gift and know that it was made special for them. And so I want all of you to be able to enjoy that as well.